Hello, everyone. I'm coming on here and I'm going to do a month of August. Uh, give you guys a minute if you're going to come in the room, okay? The analytics told me this is a good time, okay? I'm in sunny California. So it is almost 3:30, it's 3:25 out here in California. So just to, give you, let me get my, I should have did an outfit of the day. Okay. Some pants from Temu, shirt from Temu. Okay. Earrings from Temu, glasses from Temu. Matter of fact, shoes from Temu. Okay. So let me get my little smudge going here and see how many people are willing to catch me live. Okay. Happy Saturday. It's a nice, relaxing day. Thought I'd come on here real quick and shoot the breeze while I figure out what I'm going to eat. Okay, which I think I figured out already, but yeah, too late. That says as I was hitting the live button. Okay, it sounds like a pizza. Okay, usually we order pizza for the weekends. Okay, on the weekend, but we haven't been doing so thus for about matter of fact this whole month of July. So we have one weekend left, and we're in it. Okay, so we're gonna do some. Okay, we're gonna ask the cards to spill the tea. Okay, we're just gonna pick people. If you're out there in the audience, feel free to shoot a name in the comment section here. If you want me to spill some tea, or for the month of August for whoever. Okay, right now let's look at Giselle. Okay, I mean not Giselle. I want to call it Giselle so bad. Ghislaine. Okay, Ghislaine, your lane, my lane. Okay. Yes, well, I like my hair like that. I cut my hair off, folks. Okay, you can't really see it now that it's flipped over, but yeah, I cut it off. It's only about up to here now. Okay, and I may cut it some more. Who knows? But yeah, because the ends were getting a little too split, too scruffy. The ends were getting too scruffy. So can you spill some tea on the month of August 2025 for Ghislaine Maxwell? Okay, because she's sitting up there in jail. Okay, in the federal penitentiary, as a matter of fact, wherever that may be. They do have a few of them. What was she get tried? Where did they get tried? In New York? Okay. And she may get a pardon. Who knows? Okay. Can you spill some tea on her month of August? Okay. What do you want us to know about Ghislaine Maxwell in August? Oh, let me point you down. Make sure I move my cursor so it's not on the inch button if I accidentally hit it. Okay. Now, oh, that's too many cards. Okay, we're going to put them back in here, whatever they may be. These cards, they look like it was just one or two, but sheesh. More like 5 or 6. Okay, so Ghislaine Maxwell, what's going on with you in the month of August? Okay, I might have to break out my gold card. Okay. Yes. So we have, okay, oh, she's keeping up appearances. Yep. She's keeping up appearances, acting like everything's fine. Okay. Uh, there's some mind games going on with her. Okay. Yeah. So there's some emotional interactions involving control and manipulation. Okay. So uh, I take it this situation with her and Trump is they're both manipulators. Okay. But who's who and who that who's who and who. So oh, somebody's about to spill the beans. Okay, somebody's about to spill the beans. Somebody's about to reveal everything with no holds barred. This is coming for next month now, y'all. Don't get too excited now. We still got a week to go. Okay, so someone's keeping tabs. Okay, and I think this card goes both ways. Okay, someone is keeping tabs. Okay, someone is keeping a close eye on your actions, and I think that works both ways with them. Somebody's keeping an eye on her, and she's keeping an eye on them. Okay, so now we got double standards here, folks. Okay, double standards. And this is involving different people are held to different standards. Okay, and that's probably the way she feels. Okay, in her, these type of people, they're manipulative. Okay, they are. Um, well, okay. Oh, there's a name for it. I'll get to it in a minute. Okay, it's the word. They feel like they have the right. Okay, to do whatever it is, and how dare you come them? Oh, it was right on the tip of my tongue. So there's also somebody who's intrigued by her. Okay, I think there's a lot of folks intrigued. Hmm. So whatever she does, she has to trust the process. Whatever she does, whatever choices she makes, she's got to trust the process. Okay. Once she does that, okay, she may face betrayal. She may be double crossed. Okay. See, because we got both lawyers on both sides. Okay. Thinking about what's the best for their client and the loopholes that they can get away with. Okay. For future reference. Okay. Attachment issues. Oh, I bet she does have attachment issues. Okay. Uh yeah, she's fearful of something. So the group dynamics are shifting. Okay. The group dynamics are shifting. Okay. The ball in her court. Well, the ball's in her court now. It may shift. Okay. And then we have her inner circle. Her inner circle is going to come into play. Okay. And I think that may be too with her lawyers. Okay. Uh the feeling maybe her lawyers might be excluding her in some of the litigations going on here. Okay. And she wants to be in control of it all. She wants to know everything that's going on every step of the way. We have family ties. Okay. So there's some family dynamics that are also influencing her situation. Okay, her family dynamics, how she was raised. Okay, entitlement, that's the word I'm thinking of. Okay, these folks. Okay, Donald Trump, Ghislaine, all these rich folks, they get a sense of entitlement. They feel because they are in the position they are in, they're entitled to special treatment. Let's put it like that. Unmasking motives, okay? So some people, their true motives are going to be uncovered. Now that may be maybe even just lanes, okay? True motives, okay, maybe somebody else's, but it's in there. And we know it's only going to go, it's either hers or the other person's or both of them, okay? You see what I'm saying? So it's not a bunch of people we got to sift through. So there's going to be a new perspective. That's like the hangman, okay? Somebody's going to help you gain a new perspective, okay? So they're going to help her to look at things in a different way, okay? But there's a facade of concern, okay? Someone around her who's showing concern is not sincere, okay? Or maybe she's not sincere. Okay. This card came up for her before with the little kids. Doubt surface. Okay. So I'm going to take this as later on as we go through the month of the August. Okay. See what I'm saying? Doubts will surface. Okay. So this is like the first week, the second week, the third week, and then here we have, okay, the fourth week. And we're still going to pull a couple of more cards because there may be a couple of days dangling, okay, on oh no, I tell you what we'll do. Okay. We're going to put some clarifiers, some oracles. Okay. We are going to do some, let me see. Oh, okay. We're not going to do the time. We're going to do, let's just do some Intuit Tarot. Okay. Generic, um, I say generic, our generic deck, one of our generic decks, okay? And we're going to see what do you have to say or what do you want to, I have to remember, what do they want, not what yeah, can't be demanded, okay? I have to ask, what do you want us to know, okay? Uh, for the month of August in reference to Ghislaine Maxwell, okay, who's sitting in the federal penitentiary, 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 Lord have mercy. Okay, what do you want us to know about Ghislaine Maxwell and her situation uh, in this Epstein debacle, okay, for the month of August 2025? Can you enlighten us? Will you enlighten us? Okay, yes. Mm-hmm. Inquiry minds want to know. Okay. So these decks I like to do underneath it all. Okay. Underneath it all is the Six of Cups. Okay. So there's some comfort. Okay. She's going to get a connection. Okay. That's going to be comforting for her. Okay. That's underneath it all. Okay, because she's going to need some comfort. She's going to need some reassurance and all this. Okay, with what is going on, and if they offer her a uh, um, a pardon or a it's not suspended sentence, but anyway, a commuted sentence. Okay, we have the waxing moon. It's not waning this time, so this is a time span of 1 to 2 weeks. Oh, it's going to be a shift in consciousness. Look at that, shifting in consciousness. Now, this card right here. Okay, what was that card that said there was going to be a change, a shifting in the dynamics? In the group dynamics. Okay, there's going to be a shift, and this is what it is. There's a shift. Okay, gaining a new perspective. Okay, change of perspective was in here. I just said it. Okay, so we have some winter solstice with find the light within. Okay, and this is cleaning up loose ends. Okay, and helping her to validate and yeah, and this may come around the winter time, but this is what the cards want to tell us because this is winter solstice. The other side is summer. We have the Knight of Wands, okay, in reverse. So somebody's being a show off. Somebody holds a grudge. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that sentence. Okay, holds a grudge because that's what they were talking about. Somebody was doing a tarot on her, and they said that she's holding a grudge. Okay, we have the Emperor. Okay, so there's an Emperor who's going to come into play. Okay, it's an authority, a powerful authority figure. Okay, that's going to help to get things done. hmm And then we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so things are not what it seems. Okay, and hopefully she'll get some clarification on that. Okay, um, because someone is trying to get away with something. Okay, and there's cheating, and you got to realize, okay, there's cheating and getting away with something on both sides of the spectrum here, because that is the type of people they, okay, quote unquote, they are. Okay, they are the type of people, they always got to get something away with something. Okay, they can't tell you the whole story. Okay, they got some, it's just always just like a catch 22 with them, just busy like my cats. Okay, then we have the four, okay, the Four of Cups. So we are going to have some missed opportunities. Okay, feeling of reluctance and depression. Okay, in the month of August, we're going to have the Three of Cups. Okay, there's going to be some need for a celebration, a small celebration. Okay, it's only three people. A little small celebration in Three of Cups. We have the Ten of Coins. Okay, so we have some family business going on too in the month of August. Okay, something dealing with the family. Oh, privileged. Didn't I tell you? Privileged. hmm They got that sense of entitlement. Yeah. So she gets that from her family. And then we have the Fool in reverse. So she's holding back. Okay. There's going to be some hold back for just name. Okay. In the month of August. Okay. There's going to be some reluctance. There's a lack of faith in the situation that's going on. Okay. Don't worry, just Lane. They feel the same way about you, girl. Don't you worry, honey. It's mutual. So we have the Empress. Okay. The divine feminine. Okay. Look at it. She's pregnant with possibilities. So she's gonna have some choices. hmm She's gonna have some choices. She's definitely gonna have some choices for the month of August. And then we have Queen of Swords. Oh, that's not good. In reverse. Okay. Somebody's calculating. Okay. Their vision will be clouded. That ticket that's toward the end of the month. Okay. Uh, right here where doubt surfaces. Okay. Yeah. Doubt surfaces. Okay. And that's what we have on Ghislaine Maxwell for the month of August. Okay. Now, not to take up too much time, let's go on to someone else. And let's get some tea on Diddy. P. Diddy. We can't forget about you. Ain't nobody forgot about you, Diddy. Okay. Did he do it? Yeah, we know he did it. Okay. But what's going on? What's tea? Okay. Let me get a good shuffle in here. Can you give us tea, okay, on Diddy? What do you want us to know in the month of August for Sean Diddy Combs? Okay. Sean Diddy Combs, yes. He's sitting in the Fed, okay, in the federal jailhouse. He's not in the penitentiary. Now, I wonder, is he going to the feds too on on those charges? Well, I guess so. They were all under the feds, so he's going to the feds. They used to be the lap of luxury, you go to the feds, okay? But people start complaining and stuff like that, yeah? People start complaining about these felons getting convicted and then going to the feds like they at Camp Wasabi. I just made that up. Okay. Yes, like they at a campground. So, yeah. P. Diddy. What's tea for the month of August 2025 on the Didster? Okay. Ooh. Here we go. Okay, he's got attachment issues, okay? That may arise, okay? There may be some attachment issues that arrive, okay, in August regarding Diddy, okay? Yeah. Who can I trust, okay? The real story, it's saying that the true story will come to light on P Diddy. Now, this is for the month of August. Oh, that's a nice picture. Okay. The true story, whatever that may be, will come to light on Diddy. So there may be more to it, which I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to it that we don't know with the Didster. And they may end up, okay, connecting him to, well, we've already know he's connected to Trump. But what they're trying to do was connect him to Epstein, okay? So now we have family ties, okay? So the family dynamics are going to come into play. Next month, he'll probably be getting some visits, okay? Spreading positivity. So he's staying positive next month. Because you know his court is not until October. Unless they rush it further, bring it up some, okay? So some people around Diddy, okay, their true motives are going to be on mass next month. We may not hear about it. Maybe we do, okay? But there's some people around him whose motives are not right, and they're going to be exposed. We probably will hear about it, okay? So right now, okay, he wants to find that safe, not right now, next month, he's looking for that safe place where he can be himself. Okay, now I have a problem with this, okay? A safe place for you to be yourself. Okay, now what is yourself? Okay, because if you want to have freak offs, that's your business. But sir, you 50 something years old, you just get too old. You need to find you something to do. Okay. So there's going to be a respect of boundaries. Okay. This is coming through for P. Diddy in the month of August. And just like Just Lane, he's going to be keeping up appearances because that's how they do. That's how these type of people do. Keeping up appearances. Oh, yeah, everything's fine. Yes, nothing to see here when there's a whole lot. Okay. So he may find someone next month, okay, that resonates with him. Okay. They vibe together. They vibe together. Okay. But someone has a hidden agenda, okay, and it's next to the vibes, okay. It's also next to this card where keeping up appearances, okay. So, oh yeah, messy, messy, okay, because he's holding a silent resentment. And see, that's his thing, P. Diddy's thing. His thing is about silence, okay? Holding it in, not telling, okay? So he practiced so-called what he preaches, okay? He's holding silent, okay? It's resentment, 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 but he's keeping it to himself, okay? Because, of course, there's double standards. You tell all your business, but I'm not going to tell mine. Okay, I'm going to hold it inside. Yep, keeping it a secret. Mhm. So he's guarding his secret and he's also asking people to keep secrets. He's doing both. He's playing both sides. Double standards here. Yes. Oh, didn't I just look at this card? You see this card? Playing both sides. Playing both sides. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, next month, he's also going to be suffering from inner conflict, okay? And it evolves around decision making decisions. He's in conflict, okay, with decisions. And we're already at the end of the month, but okay, he's got trouble with his inner circle. And he already announced that too. They had said that he was mad at the kids, okay, for not coming to see him, not coming, excuse me, for having parties while he's in the jailhouse, okay. He wants a supportive circle who will truly support him. And these type of people, I have a friend like that too, okay? These type of people, okay, they're successful. And you know why they're successful? Because they surround themselves with people who will support them, okay? But the problem is when it comes to you, they got a bunch of excuses, okay? That's my pet peeve with people like that. I don't mind being supportive, okay, but it's supposed to go both ways. But when it comes to you, they have some kind of excuse, whether it's legitimate or not. Usually it's not, okay, but they got just making excuses, okay, why they can't come, why they can't do this, okay. Oh, let me stop, okay, it's getting on my nerves, okay. So, can you? We're gonna do the Kipper. We haven't done the Kipper on Diddy for a minute. Okay, so we're gonna sip some tea later. And like I said, if you have any questions, you have any requests, put them in the comments, okay? Because I'm just shooting. You got a name that you want me to read on, okay? Uh, what's coming up for their August, okay? So, can you tell us, okay, the obstacles, the best course of action, and the outcome for, ooh, you could do that on anybody. Okay, for Diddy, for the month of August. Okay, what is his option? Okay, let's do. Okay, wait, let's what you got. Okay, Diddy's still sitting there. Okay, we got Ghislaine. Okay, we gonna pull her to the front. Can you reveal to us the obstacles, the best course of action, and the outcome for the month of August for Ghislaine Maxwell? Okay, let's dive in. Let's see, is this okay? No, that's not it. Let's dive into her obstacles. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, for the month of August 2025. 2025. That's next month. Okay, because she busy. Uh-oh. I got some cards. Okay, hold up, because I don't like my cards to be in reverse on this stack. And I have some reverse cards that have got in here. Another one is I really don't know how to read reverse on this. Okay, I really don't read reverse on this. You see how this design, okay, on the back of this card. When I get designs like that, okay, what's another one? Okay, the T. Okay, see, when I get designs like this, right, where you could tell if they're the wrong way, it's because they're meant to be read. My theory, they're meant to be read in an upright position. Okay, the cards that come with well, these give you, okay, but there's some cards like these, okay, when they have a design like this, okay, so you can't tell if they're reversed or not, okay, because they don't want you to tell. That's how I work with it, okay. Got some more. See, I got my cards all mixed up. Yeah. Oh, wow. And it's funny that they're all mixed up like this. Oh, probably because I shuffled. So I'm like, sheesh, they're mixed up like I dropped them. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, that would be a shuffle. Okay, so we're good now. Okay. Okay, so let's start again. What do you want us to know? Okay. The difficulties, the best course of action, and the outcome for Ghislaine Maxwell for the month of August 2025. What do you want us to know? Her obstacles, her best course of action, okay, if there is any, and her outcome, okay? Okay, and as usual, we're going to have the three cards I put to the side, okay? And these are the three cards that she doesn't see coming, okay? And we'll reveal those at the end of the reading, okay? So this right here is her obstacles, okay? This right here is her best course of action. And this right here is going to be her outcome. Okay? So at the top of the reading, okay, is toil and labor. Okay? It's work. This is her obstacles, is work. Okay? A mature woman and a mature man. So there's a mature male and female, okay, that she's working with that are going to be obstacles. Okay? We have despair. Okay? So there's going to be some disappointment, okay? Uh and okay, I would say this could be drugs, but it's also illusion. Okay, so her disillusionment, okay, whatever she's thinking, going through her mind, is also going to be the obstacles, and I think that's going to be the back and forth on the reading that we had previously with the distrust with the people she's dealing with, okay? The games that they're going to be playing back and forth. Oh, yeah, okay? So there's going to be a long path ahead of her. She's got a long road ahead of her, and that is going to present to be an obstacle. Or you can read this as her path. Her past may present an obstacle, okay? Because see, the thing about this is that she's uh I don't know if she's going to have to register as a sex offender, if she's pardoned, if her sentence is commuted or whatever. But people are not too fond about sex offenders being released in their area. Okay. So we also have to take that into consideration, and that definitely can present itself as an obstacle. Okay. Now, at the top of this reading, okay, her best course of action has to do with a privileged lady. A privileged lady, okay, is at the top of this reading. Okay. There's a message. There's a message about the course of action that she can take. Okay. Marriage. Okay. I don't know if the actual marriage comes into play. Maybe she marries somebody, they get her out. I don't know. Okay. Or it will be in agreement. Okay. In agreement. This message, okay, will contain something that she may need to agree to as her best course of action. And whether she agrees to it or not, okay. So we also have a courtship, okay. So a courtship, a child, okay. I don't think the child will come in. It may, as her best course of action, but it may not be in the right place. Okay, this may be her obstacle. Okay, this may need to be over here as her obstacle. Okay, we also have courtship, which can also be a friendship. Okay, maybe a friendship that she has. Okay, and something to do with her inner circle, the family room, okay, where you your family, your inner circle, you sit, you converse, okay, you play games or whatever you do in your family room, okay, but that may have to do with her inner circle, okay, would be her best course of action. But this card right here, I think, is out of place, okay, which is definitely not unknown when you have the best course of action, okay. Now we have her outcome. Her outcome, okay, has to deal with the lovers, okay? And this lovers, okay, is an agreement. I would take it there's an agreement, Okay. There is agreement, okay, it has to do with the courthouse, okay, and a change or yeah, a change, okay, in her circumstances, in her situation. But you see, there's a vehicle, so there's some traveling. So maybe she has to agree to leave the country. Maybe she has to agree, I will do this, and I will give you this or that, but okay, you will also have to take your little butt right on out of here. Okay. If, okay, that is the outcome. It may not even be that. She may leave anyway, which I'm pretty sure that's what she wants to do. Okay. Because I don't think America is her thing anyway. See, she go back to where she came from because I don't think she's American. Okay. And then we also have her outcome. There's going to be a message of concern. Okay. And there's going to be a main female. And there's going to be great fortune. Okay. This is going to be her outcome. Her great fortune, I think, they said his Ghislaine has some money now. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is. Everything is alleged. Everything in here is for your entertainment purposes, okay? And how I interpret it, nobody else's. You can interpret it the way you want to. No problem, okay? Now, this right here could mean some money, some great fortune, okay? She may got some money, stash. She may do a book that brings her great fortune. Her family may have a hookup, okay? Right? That may be her mama right there as the main female. That may be Ghislaine, okay? But there's also a message of concern, okay? So what that message is, I don't know, but it's concerning. Okay. So when I get this card, okay, it's not good news. A message of concern for me is not good news. Okay. But it's coming her way. That's her outcome. This is her outcome. Okay. Now we have the three secret cards. Three secret cards she doesn't see coming. Okay. And there's going to be some unexpected income. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. There goes concern. Okay, there's going to be some concern, and that may have to do with the message of concern. Okay, that she doesn't see coming. Okay, and her thoughts. Okay, so what she doesn't see coming, and in these thoughts, is something happens. It may have to do with the message of concern. Okay, that's going to have her thoughts, have her thinking. Okay, or there may be some stinking thinking involved. Okay, maybe some stinking thinking. Okay, but that's what she doesn't see coming. Okay, so now what time is it? Okay, anybody have any requests on who they want to do a read on? See here, I'm about to mix these cards up again. Okay, if you have a request, speak now. Put them in the comment section. Now, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a read on yourself. It could be a read on someone else. And usually people have a request, okay? Do you have a request for a read? Chris Brown, Rihanna, okay? What's up with Glorilla, okay? I'm not a Glorilla fan. I don't know Glorilla. I don't know anything about her. The only thing I know about Glorilla is I've heard the name before. Okay, that's it. But I don't have to know. Okay, but it does give me some intuition when I do know, or just helps, okay, to raise, okay, the bar. Okay, so now we can also do a true crime. Okay, let's do a true crime, which I haven't done. Okay, a lot of people have done. Okay, let's do a true crime on John Bonet. Okay, everything is alleged entertainment purposes. Okay, my interpretations. But let me see if I can get. I may do some what's the tea on her. Okay, and I gotta see what the. Ooh, let's do a who is it? Okay, see these some of the boxes. Okay, I don't recognize. Okay, so I have to take them off and see what it says on the cover. So let's do a true crime on John Benet Ramsey. Okay? Oh, yeah. Let's wake it up. So I was reading why somebody asked, why do people knock on the deck? Okay. And they said, okay, that's to wake the deck up. Okay. Let's wake it up. Okay. On John Benet Ramsey, true crime. Right. I love this deck. I try to find something else similar to this, to come, but they don't. It's just the true crime deck. So they need to make another true crime with some more words. Okay, I'd be all for that. John Benet Ramsey, what do you want to tell us on the murder, the death of John Benet Ramsey in Boulder, Colorado, on that fateful night in December? What do you want to tell us? Now, this is allegedly, folks, okay? Use your own interpretations. What do you want to tell us, okay? It was a male. It was a male. It's telling us about some dismemberment, okay? Now, she was found with that thing around her throat. I don't know if it broke her neck or it broke that bone right there, okay? We have celebrity, okay? So I don't know if that's celebrity or if the crime, okay, because it was so sensationalized. You know what I'm saying? We have some organized crime. Now I've heard about this, okay, in the context of uh, this circle that her involving her dad or maybe her parents or whatever, okay, which you could call organized crime. But some circles of organized crime are not as big as others. So we have to keep that in mind, okay? When they say organized crime, it could be a small circle, it could be a big circle, okay? It could be a Diddy circle, okay? It could be an Epstein circle, or it may be on a smaller scale, like an R. Kelly circle. You follow me, right? Okay. We have a gift. Now, that gift, okay, was Christmas. Okay. They were out exchanging gifts. Okay. And I don't know if the person who oh, okay, this male, and I happen to put this card, okay, if this male, okay, presented a gift, is that how he lured her, okay, with a gift? It says justice, okay? There may be some justice on this case. Or maybe he was got justice some other way that we don't know about yet. Okay, so there was some travel involved. There was some traveling involved in her case, okay, in her situation. Somebody, somebody did travel, to her house and got in her through her window or however they got in. But I'm gonna tell you another thing too is John Bonet and her family were also traveling from house to house that fateful night, exchanging gifts. They were giving gifts to different people. They had their gifts wrapped and stuff like that. Okay, we have suicide. Okay, I don't know if the devil's in the details. So this is okay. The devil. We're gonna have to start separating these. Let me see. Okay, we might pick up something here. Okay, we have the celebrity and we have travel. We also have dismemberment and justice. Okay, we have suicide and we have organized crime, and we have a male, a gift, and we have the devil. A man-made disaster is on here. Okay, there was life insurance. I don't know anything about it. Okay, but I don't know. Okay, it's okay. I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking her mom. Her mom died of, I think it was ovarian cancer or was it breast cancer? It was something female. Okay, and maybe she had some type of life insurance. Okay, but now we're getting accident. Okay, so I'm getting organized crime, okay, and it may have something to do maybe something made to look as a suicide, okay, but or an accident. Organized crime, accident, and suicide. So maybe there was some organized crime behind the accident and made it look like a suicide. Feel free to tell me what you think here. Okay, we have a wooded area. Okay, that might be where this man was hiding or lingering in a wooded area. Okay, there's healing. There's healing. There's perversion. Okay, and there's a lie. Okay, what I kind of get. Okay, my intuition tells me that this man, okay, is involved in some type of organized crime. Okay, and he might have tried to commit suicide by making it look like an accident, but he survived it. He's still alive. Okay. And they may not even be aware that this is what was going on. Okay. I also get that this man, okay, presented a gift. He was the devil in disguise, okay, hanging out in a wooded area either before or after the crime. But he presented a gift because it was around the holidays, it was Christmas. Okay. I also have the feeling that there was some dismemberment, okay, going. And maybe when he choked her, okay, and it break I forget the name of the bone, okay. But they were saying there's justice. This man could be already in jail for something else, okay? Uh, and there was a man-made disaster. So there was a disaster. I don't know what the disaster has to do with, okay, with this, but there was a disaster that was created. It was man-made. It wasn't just an accident that happened, okay? And there's some healing going on. So maybe somebody is experiencing healing in some way, shape, or form. Okay. I also get that this man could have been some type of celebrity, okay? That there was some traveling, okay? There was some traveling with her family, her and her family. There was also traveling with the perpetrator, okay? And some type of family life insurance. I see the family is involved here, okay, with this life insurance, okay? And he was a pervert. There's perversion, okay, in this organized crime, okay? It's an organization of perverts, okay? Or it could be an organization of perverts who commit crimes as well, okay? Uh, Killing somebody is a crime. Messing with these little children is a crime as well. But when I say crime, I mean in maybe money laundering, okay, doing other stuff. Maybe they've murdered someone else, okay. But this person definitely, okay, is a pervert, okay. And I'm pretty sure he's not the only one, but we're talking about her circumstances. Okay, so let's look into who is it. Do you want to give us or what are you willing to give us a description on who killed John Benet? Okay, can you give us a description on who killed John Benet? See, my cards are mixed up again. Woo-hoo. Okay, but I'll just straighten them out as they come so you can see them. Okay. So, what do you want us to know about the perpetrator that killed John Benet on that fateful evening in, I believe it was Christmas Eve, as a matter of fact, uh, in Boulder, Colorado, in December? What do you want us to know about the perpetrator? Now, on this thing, I don't draw too many cards when I do this, okay? Because you can get it mixed up, okay? But you don't need to draw that many cards. Now, it could give you more on the description, okay? But we'll find out with the next card. You see what I'm saying? But we will pull 3 cards and see if we can continue on from there, okay? This person has animated eyes, okay? I know they're showing a female, but this person has big eyes, is what I'm taking. Uh, it's a man. A man with animated eyes. And unhealthy habits. Smoking, drinking. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's 3 cards. It's a man with animated eyes, okay, with unhealthy habits. They have a sharp face. It's saying they're Asian. It's saying exaggerated features. Tall. Tell us more. Tell us more. Average height. So he's not a real tall man. Tell us more. This says short. Average height, okay, short. This says tall. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there because it might be going off the grid here. Okay. Because we have tall, average height, and we have short, all back to back. Okay. So that's what I mean. You don't need to pull too many cards. But I do find this deck very entertaining. I find this deck that it doesn't, you don't have to draw a lot of cards to get a description. Okay. But let's look at what we have here. Okay. We have a man with animated eyes. Okay. With a unhealthy habits. Okay. He has an exaggerated features. Okay. It's got like a long face. Could be Asian. Okay. Or Asian descent. And he has a sharp face. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. With all exception of the Asian part. Okay. Right. This sounds like her dad. Because he got that long head, that long, sharp face. Okay. I don't know of his habits. Okay. He's a man, animated eyes. That's the only thing that throws us off is the animated eyes. So it could be somebody that has similar features to her dad. Okay. But it's not her dad. For entertainment purposes only. Okay. I'm just saying. It's Saturday. You're not doing anything. Okay. But that was a good one. I thought that was a good one. Okay. Anybody want to throw out a true crime? Well, I have the deck out up here. Do we want to get some true crime in real quick before I go? Um, I don't know why it's so hard for us to come up with a name. Okay, only because we're thinking about it. Once I get off of here, everybody and their mama is gonna be coming to play. Let's see my notes. Let me look at my notes. Do I have? Oh! Here we go. The Melendez brothers. Is it the Menendez or the Melendez brothers? Let's see. I was looking at that. It corrected me. And I'm like, wait, I thought it was the Menendez. I always thought it was an N-E-N. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the Menendez brothers. I spelled it right. Uh-huh. Let's do it. Okay. Sookie now. Okay. Now we know they in jail. Okay. And everything. But you know they may get out. They trying to get out. So we gonna do a kipper on them. We gonna do a kipper. Okay. Yes, you know my kipper. Okay, he gonna tell us the obstacles and stuff. Okay. Can you please tell us about the Menendez brothers? What you want us to know about the Menendez brothers killing their parents on that fateful day. I think this was in LA. Was this in LA? Okay. Uh, yeah. Shooting their parents with that shotgun. That's crazy. These folks in these guns, okay, and you have a gun in the house, okay, for your protection and to protect your own family, and they turn around and use it on you. Wow. Yeah. The Menendez brothers. True crime. What do you want us to know about the Menendez brothers? Oh, for your entertainment. Everything's alleged. Okay. But it's also not a big secret. Okay. But let's see what the cards want us to know. Okay. Mountains. I don't know what that has to do. A tunnel. Okay. Celebrity. I don't know. I don't know. Travel. Mail. And a gift. Okay. So they may get out. They may get a what I think they're looking for a commuted sentence or they're looking for a release. Okay. I think they're looking for a release. It was a crime of passion. Okay, now the card's starting to heat up. Crime of passion. And it was some fraud. Okay. Now, these are the ones that thought they was gonna get that money. Well, they did get some money. They got some what did they get? Was it life insurance money they got? Or they got some money. Oh, okay. They got some money from, I guess, the parents. They got a hold of the parents because they bought them, they were spending all that money buying them cars and stuff, and people start getting uh, 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 the family members start getting suspicious. Okay. Yes, assassination. They assassinated their parents. They sure did. Something's hidden. Something's hidden. We don't know. Okay. Yep, they're dating. I don't know. I know one's married. Okay. Yes, it was greed. It was behind greed. So we got a power supply. I don't know what that comes into play, a power supply. But what was this, their family business? Did they have a restaurant? I don't know. They had some business. Okay. Grandparents. Okay. Yeah, their grandparents, I think, were they were questioned about when they were talking about they were sexually abused or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so something's missing. Something's missing in this thingy. Okay, and it may have something to do with the grandparents, a power supply, or it could have to do with this celebrity and a gift. Trying to see these other cards and the greed and the assassination of their parents. Something's missing. I don't know what it is, but something's missing. Okay. Oh, didn't I tell you? They wanted that life insurance. They didn't get the life insurance, but they wanted it. Okay. They thought they was going to get the daddy's money and they thought they was going to get the life insurance. Okay. And the only way they had to know about it is the parents told them. And two is, see, this is a thing too, is when your parents are rich and they dangle the money in your face. Okay. Oh, I'm going to disinherit you. Okay. Oh, you're not going to get this, and I'm going to take this back, and it's my money. You know, you can't let them know your business. Okay, because they're young, they dumb, and they don't think things. Okay, and they wanted that life insurance. They say they didn't, but they applied for it. I do believe they applied for it and was waiting on it. Okay, let me get a sip of water. But they were spending that money that they did get a hold to. I believe was the money in the bank accounts. Something they got a hold to, some money, a nice sum of money. Okay, that they was partying with. So let's go back. Let's go back. Okay. So yeah, they was partying. Okay, they was partying. So the cards is telling us they was, yep, drugs. They was having them a good old time. Drugs, partying, and then we have death. So that came to an end. Yep, they got caught. Yeah, homicide. Homicide through assassinating their parents. Okay. I don't know where fire comes in. Okay. If they tried to set a fire, all about the money. All about the money. I'm gonna pull one more card because I'm nosy. Mind control. Okay. So there was money. Okay. They was fired up. They was fired up. Okay. Thinking about the money. Okay. It was controlling their mind. In other words, greed. Okay. Now it's funny. Now the devil. Okay. The devil could represent some type of sexual abuse. Okay. But this is an afterthought. Okay. It's not what I picked up. Okay. It's not what I picked up. And it's funny, something is hidden. Okay. It's funny that I didn't pick up molestation. Okay. I did not get the impression of sexual abuse, even though they claimed it later on down the line. I didn't get the impression of sexual abuse as I was doing these cards. Okay. See what I'm saying? So now, okay, what I wanted to do was a kipper. I thought it was something else on there too that I might have wanted to do. Now I got this deck right here, and it's called Hidden Futures. Okay. Now the only thing, okay, I the complaint, no, okay, that I have with this deck, okay, is it's a negative deck. It's negative. Everything in the deck is really negative. Anguish, okay, hidden truths, okay, grief, anger, betrayal, doubts, okay, discontent, grudges, wounds, okay. So it's a negative deck, okay, and yeah. So I'm gonna have to discard, do something, do away with that deck, because I mean maybe somebody else can find use for it, but I can't find use for it. Okay, um, and I didn't notice that when I reviewed it. I can't find any use for it though in the type of tarot that I do. Okay, unless I put that with oh, I can put this with true crime, because crime is negative. Period. Okay. Thank you, Jesus, for that revelation. Okay. So we can get okay. So yeah, we can do oracle. We can use that as clarifying. I have to remember that. Let me put them together. I've never done it. Okay. But if you guys can think of a true crime right now, we could do it and use both those decks. Okay. But right now, we're going to do a Kipper on the Menendez brothers. Okay. Now, the Menendez brothers are supposed to be getting a trial, a retrial. Okay. Uh, oh, he went to the hospital. Oh, Eric Menendez. Is he the oldest one? But he was hospitalized after some complications from surgery. What did he have surgery on? I wonder if we should do a true crime on Brian Kohlberger. I think I've already done one, but we can combine that deck. But I like to do it on someone we haven't done it on. It was Eric and what was that other boy's name? Ahead of parole. Oh, this was in San Francisco? Let me see, when was this? Oh, this was not too long ago, you guys. That was just a, oh, wait. Oh, I have to have a subscription to read. Oh, San Francisco Chronicle, you gonna do me like that? Okay, we got ABC. They said that Eric Menendez, ooh, you guys, they have a parole hearing coming up in August. Oh, we gonna do a Kipper. They have a parole hearing coming up in August. Okay, August 21st to be exact. Now, Eric Menendez was diagnosed with a serious condition. He's 54. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think they got a sentence. I don't know what you'd call it, but was it commuted? But I think they at first they had life. Okay. Now they have 50 to life. Okay, which means they're eligible for parole. That's why. They've been behind bars for 35 years, okay? But 50 to life, okay, I thought you had to do at least 50 years before you're considered. But you know, this is the men, so they hold the men to a different standard than they hold women, okay? Um, okay, so they're talking about a medical furlough, a medical parole, okay? Um, Lyle, that's his name. Eric and Lyle. Oh, so they were sentenced to life without the possibility of parole in 1989 for killing their parents. Okay. They have support of over 20 family members. Okay. And they are up for parole because the sentence has been commuted. So now they are eligible for parole. And they have a parole hearing on the 21st. Yeah. So it doesn't tell oh, this just happened, you guys. Oh, wow. I didn't know. They said the parole process could take years. I didn't know paroles. Well, the process, okay, I see what they're saying. Okay. The parole process could take years. Okay. I think, okay, what that is you can go before the parole board and they deny your parole, okay, and tell you not to come back to come back in 7 years. Okay. So when 7 years is up, okay, you go back again for parole. Okay. They may grant you parole, they may tell you to come back. Okay. So that's why. Okay. Okay. They're trying to get parole after 35 years. Okay. What they did was they got a new trial. Okay. And the sentence was commuted from life without parole for 50 to life. Okay. Now the thing that gets you in these life situations is that L. Okay. If you got an L, if it's 15 years to life, okay, if it's 5 to life, that L is what F's you up, okay, because you could be in there for life. See what I'm saying? Okay. So they got 50, which means that they're supposed to serve a minimum of 50. However, that can be commuted. So I don't know how I guess just commuted. And if it's commuted, yeah, it would be, that would make them eligible. Okay. But that doesn't mean that they will be paroled because they got the L. See what I'm saying? Okay. So they don't have to get a parole right now. We can have you come back, and we can do that for the whole life, for the rest of your life, as far as they're concerned. Okay. So let us. Can you tell us about the obstacles? The obstacles, the best course of action, and the outcome for the Menendez brothers in August, because they have a parole hearing August 21st. So can you give us some insight on their obstacles that they face, their best course of action, and their actual outcome? Okay? Put you over here a little bit. Okay. And thank you very much for your answers. Let me see, I got all this right. I got to make sure I have, because this is such a small deck. I'm not, after scuffling through those big old fat decks of cards, and then I go to this one, and I'm like, something's missing. Okay, so what do you want us to know on the Menendez brothers in August next month of 2025? And we're going to have our 3 secret cards that they don't see, what they don't see coming. We're going to put those over here. Obstacles. Best course of action, and the outcome. For your entertainment purposes only, okay? And then after this, I'm going to get me a pizza. Matter of fact, I should order it right now. Where's my phone? Yeah, order me a pizza. I'm like, and I got Little Caesars right there on my phone, the app. Sure do. And you know what I like? Okay, wait, let me see if they got some deals. I like accept the challenge. I don't, some of these stuff, these kids, I guess they like to play the game. I don't like playing these games. Okay, $18. I gotta see what I'm gonna order. Okay, so here we go. At the top of this read, these are the obstacles. Okay, work, occupation, work. They need a job. Okay, they need to get a job. Now, I don't know. They need it, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. Okay, that will be an obstacle. Okay, if they don't have a hookup outside of prison, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so that you can present to the parole board. I got somebody. Okay, and have proof. You got to have it written. Okay, because they will call, and have somebody that's willing to employ you. Okay, so you won't just be getting out there, okay, with nothing. Okay, especially after 35 years. Okay, so occupation, work, that could be an obstacle. Okay, the courthouse. Okay, you know, and the message that he gets, okay, from the parole board. They done already went to court, okay, and it could be it could present to be an obstacle, okay, because they could get denied, okay. Marriage, we have a coffin, okay. Somebody, there's going to be an ending. Oh, it might be ending the marriage, okay. And we have high honor, okay. Now the high honor, okay, presented as an obstacle, okay. I'm not thinking right now, okay, as to, let me look it up. I might get a hit. Um, High honor being an obstacle. Let's see. No, I don't see adjudication. Okay, on here. Oh, here we go. High honor. Okay, now this is a positive card. Okay. Oh, no, it don't say that. Okay. It says here that this card with card number 23, and that is with card number 23, okay? High honor with card number 23. Okay, I'm blocking the words, okay? Here we go. So we can get a look. It says, it can also mean, okay, with courthouse card 23 or imprisonment card, it could stand for a tall public building, okay? Okay, so there we go with the tall building in the back. Okay, right there with the little peak. I call it skyscraper. Okay, so that's what the obstacle is. Okay, courthouse. Okay, so that's your obstacles. The tall building. Okay, now here we have your best course of action. We have a false person. Okay, somebody pretending. Okay, we have the expectation in the main male. Okay, that could be a lawyer. That could be a lawyer. Okay, your best obstacle. Okay, I mean your best course of action. Another one is, okay, now I don't know how much this is a best course of action, but we have thief. We have a thief in between great fortune and sudden wealth. Okay. Mm. Then we have expectation and this man here, main man. Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? I already know, and I'm gonna share it with you, okay? It's not the best course of action. You already had your best course of action, okay? What happened was their inheritance, okay, went to their fortune, went to paying the lawyers. They just stole all them kids' money, okay? I remember that when this case was going on, okay, that they were talking about that they are going to probably lose the money. The same thing they said about Diddy, the same thing they said about OJ, paying all these expensive lawyers, okay? And for them, it came true. All their money went, and they had to get a public defender, I think. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. This is alleged. This is okay. I thought, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were talking about their money being sucked up by the lawyers. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that. So they don't have no best course of action. Okay. They just sucked up the money. Just okay. Wow. Anyway, we have an outcome, okay, for the month of August. Okay, so they ain't got no money. So they best would be the public defender. Wow. Yep, because they didn't stole their money. Okay. And they're expecting the public defender, they're expecting the lawyer, okay, to hopefully get them parole, okay, which it doesn't work that way, I don't believe. Okay, so at the top of this reading over here, okay, is house. Okay, now this house could be at the top, could be it could be courthouse. Okay, it could be the neighborhood or whatever. Okay, it is house. Let's look up just to be sure, because see, I be getting some hits on this house on when I look them up sometimes. Okay, but yeah, that tripped me out with the money, all that money. Okay, and a thief right in between. Yep. Hmm. We have courthouse. Okay, let me pay attention. I'm getting distracted, y'all. Okay, just that quick. Okay, so we have house. Okay, and this card shows your family, your neighborhood. Yeah. Home. Okay, real estate in general. It also stands for stability and security. Okay, so that is going to be their outcome. Okay, is a little security. Okay, and that is covering, okay, all this courtship. There's going to be a change, okay. There's going to be some travel, okay. Uh, yep, a journey. There's going to be a child, and there's going to be a gift, okay. And this gift may be a child, okay. He may end up having a baby, okay. But it says that he's going to go on a journey, okay, and a courtship, okay. He's going to meet somebody, and that's going to change him, okay. And of course, okay, we got the child as the gift. Now, in this journey, okay, what he's facing and the outcome. I don't know if it's going to be both of them, okay, but I'm pretty sure it would be. But I think there may be. I'm leaning on yes. I'm leaning on a yes that he will get a. They will get parole. Okay, I'm leaning on yes. Don't quote me on that, but for my interpretation and the outcome, because it's the outcome for August, okay? All this stuff, he's got obstacles, okay? And something's coming to an end. They broke. We know that they didn't got the money, okay, through the lawyers and stuff like that. There's a false person. So the best course of action, they don't have too much of the best course of action, okay? But they do have something, okay, going on in this spread here, okay, in the outcome. And in the house, I wonder, okay, is somebody married to somebody, a wealthy female, okay, a wealthy female who's stable, okay? I'm wondering. Okay, so now we have the three cards, okay? What they don't see coming is the mature man. A mature man, okay? The community, and we have lovers, okay? That's what they don't see. Now, this doesn't have to be bad, okay, because they don't see it. Because community, there's a lot of people rooting for their release. There's a lot of people rooting for them to be released, okay? They may meet somebody, okay? This could be lovers. This can also be, there's an agreement, okay? This could be an agreement as well, okay? This could be a friend, a close friend, okay? But something they don't see coming, okay? And I'm going to take this as well as maybe a mature man or, maybe a mature man, the judge, okay, that they didn't see coming because they don't know what's coming, okay? So they may get parole, is what I'm saying. They're hoping and wishing, okay, and they may get it. They don't see it coming, okay, they may get it, okay? So that's what I have to say for the Menendez brothers, okay? Yes, that's pretty cool. I might come on here later on and see. That's if I don't know if y'all be easy, okay? Y'all get Saturdays, honey, and don't know how to act. Yeah, I'm finna go get me a pizza. It's calling my name. It's got my name all on it. I'm gonna ask my daughter, does she want a pizza? Like she's gonna say no. Okay. So subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Okay. When you see this video, give it a thumbs up. Okay. And subscribe to my channel. Any comments, any questions, or if you have a special request, leave it down there in the comment section because I read my comments. And believe me, if you have a request for me to read on somebody, whoever, whatever, okay, I will get back to you immediately. Okay, you know, I ain't gonna have to wait. Just wait for me to eat my pizza. Okay, but anyway, stay blessed. Bye.